and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast where we watch movies we've never seen and then talk about them. I'm Betsy, and I'm here with my husband and co-host, Trent.
Hello, fellow co-host Betsy.
Hello, Trent. We're going to continue today with a movie that, strictly speaking, we've both seen.
Yeah.
However, not in many, many, many years. And it is part 2 of our series of watching all of the Fast and Furious movies. It is Too Fast, Too Furious.
That is the digit 2.
The number 2 Fast, the number 2 Furious.
Yeah.
You know, the proper way to write sequel titles.
You know, I have a long-standing feud. Not feud. I have a long-standing gripe with whoever the hell has been naming all of these fucking movies. Because you got the first one, which is completely fine.
It's totally fine.
You got the second one, which is very early 2000s naming conventions.
Yeah.
We got the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, which is very much the title to like a straight-to-DVD kind of a movie from back then. But it wasn't. It was released in theaters. And then you had the fourth one, which is just Fast and Furious.
Yeah, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, really? We're going to have The Fast and the Furious, and we're going to have Fast and Furious in the same franchise, but it's not a remake.
Correct. And then after you get past Fast 5, which I'm okay with Fast 5 as a name, then you get Fast and Furious 6. Yep. Where are the other 4 Fast and Furious movies?
My favorite trope is when they change a letter to be the number.
Yeah.
So, like, instead of 5, it's the number 5, I-V-E.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually did that, but a part of me is like, they might have.
And then you got Furious 7, which, again, I don't hate.
But then
it's kind of like Fast 5. This is Furious 7.
Then you get the fate of the 8.
No, it's the fate of the Furious.
The fate of the Furious. That's what it has an 8. It has an 8.
I hate it. I hate it so much. And then I don't even know what the hell they're doing with 9. Is it seriously F9?
It's F9.
It's like the function key on my keyboard, F9.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
But we're not talking about those today. Today we are talking about Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yes.
So Trent, what do you remember about Too Fast, Too Furious? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I pretty much covered it all in the last episode.
How much you remember?
Which is nothing. I know Paul Walker's in it.
Okay.
And Tyrese Gibson is in it.
Yep.
I don't remember the plot. I don't remember where it's set. I don't remember what happens.
Wow, okay.
This movie is going to be a mystery to me until I get into it and go, okay, somewhere in my brain this is lingering.
Now that just makes me more excited because, as I mentioned in the last episode, this movie is the one I have seen the most.
What? How? How is this the one you've seen the most?
It's just because it's one of these movies that has been on TV. Then it's just a movie I can just throw on.
And ignore.
You know, Betsy knows me very well. I am a habitual movie starter in the middle of.
I hate it so much.
I will just throw on a movie, pick a random spot in the center, the first quarter, third quarter, whatever. I will just throw it on. It's only a movie I've seen before many times. I'll just throw it on and have it on in the background.
Sometimes you do it with movies you've seen once or twice. It's rare, but you will.
Rare.
And I always yell at you, stop watching that. I want to watch that too. And you can't start it in the middle, you jackass.
But I do, and I have.
And that is one of these movies. Have you I've never seen you watch any Fast and Furious movie.
It's always been
10 years.
It's always been like when I'm at my computer and I'm just futzing through my movie folder.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what? It's always at the top because it's the number 2.
And unbeknownst to me, because you're always watching it probably when I'm working, because I work kind of weird hours sometimes.
Yeah.
Or you just watch it on your laptop while I'm off doing something else.
Sure.
So by the time I even know you did it, you're done and you've moved on.
Yep. Suffice it to say, I have seen this movie quite a few times in one form or another.
Part or all.
Yeah. When I do this, 2 movies, I hardly ever start at the beginning. So like the beginnings of these movies, I hardly ever see. But that being said, I'm trying not to spoil anything for you because I'm very curious what you think about this movie.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to just say right out the gate, I don't think this is a fantastic movie. I think
It's some of
it's
the bottom tier.
It's got its good qualities. I think the acting is supremely subpar.
Okay.
But I think the chemistry that these guys have with each other is actually really, really good.
Okay.
And that whole thing goes throughout the entire series, is that these people tend to like each other. And they like hanging out together. They have good chemistry.
Now, speaking of that, I think something else... No, you know what? Maybe I have seen you watch one of these, because is this the one with Eva Mendes?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. I have seen you watch a part of this.
Yeah.
Because you pointed out, hey, look who's in this movie.
Yeah.
And it's, 2003 or whatever, Eva Mendes, pre anything anybody ever knew her in.
The only thing that I knew that she was in before this was Training Day. And
Yeah?
she was only in that movie for like a couple of scenes.
I'm trying to think of the timing of that.
Yeah.
Would this might have predated that.
That's possible. I don't know when Training Day came out.
I don't know the year on this, but I would assume this was 2003 or 4, and Training Day was like 2005.
Yeah.
Or no, Training Day. I'm thinking of a different movie. Nope, Training Day is before this.
Okay.
But in any case.
But in any case, yeah.
She played
she's
good
in this.
A small role in that.
Yeah.
She's got a small role in this.
Yeah, she's good in this. So as I said, there are 2 actors that I'm aware of that transferred from 1 to 2. The main actor, Paul Walker,
Yep.
playing the same dude. Brian O'Connell. O'Connor or O'Connell. I don't know.
It's
I don't
irrelevant.
know.
Brian. We should call him Brian.
Mr. Brian.
Mr. Brian.
So at the end of the last movie, he let his mark go.
Yep.
And we catch up with Brian with what he is doing. Now, do you know where this movie takes place?
I have no idea. Florida?
Yes. Yes.
I seem to remember Florida.
Florida.
And I have to assume he's not a cop anymore, or if he is, he's like on super thin ice and they've got him on a short leash.
I'm just going to say, if your main job, your task, was to try to bring someone in, and you specifically let him go, do you really think the cops are going to let you stay on?
I don't know. Movies are stupid.
You're right. You're right.
They made 9 movies. I'm going to also guess there's probably cars in this one.
Who told you?
I have just this inkling, this feeling. But I don't know the context as to why he's in Florida, or if he's gotten in trouble, if he's off the force, if they arrested him for some shit. I don't know.
Fair enough. So the other person who you will recognize immediately, who they brought over, is the FBI guy. Not the sergeant.
Oh, the guy who was like, you just ruined an $80,000 car.
Him.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes over, and that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So very small thread
Yeah.
from the first one.
But again, being an FBI dude, you are everywhere. Mm-hmm. You're not just to one jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So you're not in California and
You work on the case where it is.
Yeah, you're not only in California. So and because he knows Brian and what he's capable of, that's why they get together. And you'll see what happens here. So again, I like this movie, but for very different reasons that I like any of the other movies on this list. I think the cars are cool. Okay. I think the plot is ridiculous.
What?
The plot is ridiculous. And again, I think as we go forward, they're just going to get more and more ridiculous.
I fully anticipate that.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is where we kind of talked about it's going to go downhill for a little bit because the filmmakers didn't realize that the main thing people liked about the first one was the family. Yeah. And when you take that out, you get Too Fast, Too Furious.
As we said, the franchise was on a downward turn after the first one. Now, they didn't get Vin Diesel. They didn't get any of the other actors except for Brian.
Right.
For this movie. And again, they upgraded their 2000s rapper from Ja Rule to Ludacris, which Ludacris is great in all of these movies.
I forgot about Ludacris, too.
Yeah, he's really good in this, too. And he's only in it a few times as well, but when he is, he's great.
I can look forward to some more techno music, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some techno and some early 90s rap.
Uh-huh.
Let's just go ahead and say possibly ludicrous.
Yes. Again, he made a song for this movie.
Of course he did. He probably uses the phrase fast and furious.
No, he says too fast, too furious.
Oh, no. That's the name of the movie.
That's the name of the movie. All
so
right.
why don't we go watch it, Trent?
Yeah, we're going to go watch Too Fast, Too Furious. We'll be right back.
And we are back. So, I watched this entire movie, and the whole time I was thinking, wait, have I seen this movie? Because 2003 is when this came out.
Uh-huh.
And I have to assume I did, but I don't remember anything from that movie.
Okay.
And like I said, normally if I've seen it, it kind of comes back to me.
Yeah, you're going to get little bits coming back. Oh, yeah, that part. Oh, yeah, that part.
But I didn't remember any of this incomprehensible drivel. And maybe that's why, because this was honestly a little bit hard to follow for me because the plot was incredibly loose.
Yeah.
Like, really, I had to stop and ask you, wait, what's happening?
Uh-huh. We stopped a couple of times so that I could clarify what the hell was happening.
Right. It's so incomprehensible. It's just...
There's a lot of sides.
Yeah, there's a bad guy.
Yep.
There's a nondescript, generic bad guy in linen pants and a silk shirt.
Yep.
And he's a threatening dude whose name I don't even remember.
Carter Verone.
Of course, Carter Verone. You know, the sort of thing a gangster is called. And they're trying to figure... They're working with the customs agency and the FBI in a dual plot to get him with the money because they know he's doing bad things, but they can't get him.
They can't bust him on the drugs.
Right.
So instead, they're going to try to bust him for getting the money out of there, which is, in this case, money laundering.
Right. Also, there's no drugs in this movie.
No.
There is not one scene, not one indicator, nothing to suggest that this is about drugs.
Uh-huh.
And the only time you see any money is at the very end.
Yep.
I was genuinely half the time very confused because it was just all over the place.
Yeah. So you had the bad guy, as you said, Carter Verone, and his criminal gang.
And his goons. They're just goons. They're like Italian thugs and middle-aged dudes in muscle cars.
Yep.
And they are not well-rounded. They are just douchebags.
Pretty much. Pretty much. You got his crew. You got the FBI dude, who is the dude from the first movie. Billings is his name.
Yeah.
He was brought in because the customs people couldn't really get him busted. So what customs overheard before the movie even started was, hey, Carter is looking for drivers. Let's put the feelers out to see who do you know who is a good driver. Guess who's in town? Brian.
Because of course he is.
Right. So Billings gets brought in because he's the guy who actually suggests. It's like, well, we got this guy out there. We know where he is. We know what he's doing, but we're not going to bust him. I guess. I mean, you could have busted him a long time ago, I'm sure, because you knew where he was.
Right. So here's my first thing that I wrote down about him being in Miami.
Okay.
When he's in Los Angeles, when they're in the first movie, Brian's a good driver, but he doesn't win shit. He loses. He doesn't even race that much. He races one time in the first movie, and he loses.
And remember, there's not a lot of racing happening in that first movie.
No, But then in this movie,
Yep.
they call him up and he's like this fucking guy that everybody, oh, it's Brian.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to have to race Brian. He's like this fucking amazing racer.
Yeah, he is known in the Miami racing circuit.
And he's the best.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. How is it that he can change cities and all of a sudden he's the best driver on the scene?
We also don't know how long it's been.
They said like last year, I thought.
It could have been.
They kind of in passing, I think, mentioned like
I don't know that
last
they do
year you did it.
something like that, but
It's very casual.
Right? They don't. I don't think they actually reveal how long it's been. But anyway, so you got the FBI dude who suggests, hey, bring in this guy Brian.
Yeah.
Who he did this shit back in L.A. But he's a good driver, and
he's a former cop.
We've got something hanging over him that we can pressure him for.
Right.
And he's a former cop. He's got skills.
Yeah.
So he can be trusted with, classified information. He's not going to get the hell out of here because we know where he is.
Right.
And he knows that we got the goods on him in case they want to bust him.
Yep.
So then you've got Roman, who, again, I didn't really think about this until way later in the process of me watching this movie for the fifth time or whatever. They fly from Miami. Him and Brian and Billings fly from Miami to Barstow, California.
Yes.
To go pick up Roman.
Yes.
Who is probably fresh out of prison.
Or fairly fresh.
Yep. Living in an RV.
Yeah.
And he drives a car in a demolition derby to make money. Yeah. They did that. Those two guys fly across the country, meet up with Roman, recruit him, and then he's immediately in Miami after that.
They fly right back. Yep. Yeah, it's...
And like, me watching it now, I get it, but it took me a while to really understand what the hell happened. What is a Barstow?
being a little like high school or college kid when this came out.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's Barstow,
California? You don't know what Barstow is.
They don't even say California. I think he just says Barstow.
Yeah. They just say Barstow. I know what Barstow is now because of my job and whatnot. But yeah, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. They just go to
go get him.
Yeah, they go get him, and he happens to be at a demolition
I get to
derby.
pick the guy. I need the guy.
Yeah.
He needs to know his stuff, and I got just the guy in Barstow.
And the way he convinces them to do it, this other agent that they're going to put with him as a partner, he's inexplicably drinking a giant soda with the name Gallows Pizza.
It's called a plot point, Trent.
I know. Hear me out here. He tricks him by saying, hey, I guess we're going to be partners together. But hey, real quick, I'm going to quiz you. What do you think will be better for my car? A Gallo 10 or a Gallo 20? I guess a Gallo 20 because it's a higher number. I didn't know pizza places made engines. Yeah,
this movie.
I didn't say the plot was great. I didn't say the acting was great. I didn't say anything. Okay. It's enjoyable.
Okay. So I will give you, to go back to Roman, he's the best thing about this entire movie.
Agreed.
Genuinely, Tyrese is entertaining to watch. Like, he had the best lines.
Yep.
He had the funniest scenes.
He had fun.
He was having fun. They also found an excuse for him to rip his shirt off immediately. Like, there's no point to it other than...
And they do call it out. And Brian said, put your blouse back on.
Yeah, he's doing it to literally and metaphorically flex. He takes off his shirt and punches out a window to a car that is unlocked.
Yeah, that he didn't need to.
Yes, they call it out. But when you have Tyrese Gibson in 2003, who is jacked to shit, he's going to take his damn shirt off. Mm-hmm. So, yes, I will give you, he was a welcome addition.
Yeah.
The dialogue, however, was terrible.
What are you talking about, cuz?
Okay.
What are you talking about, bro?
Trent, I would like you, the next time you watch this stupid movie, to just count the number of times they say bruh.
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 Not even bro. It's bruh.
Well, sometimes they say bro.
Bleh.
Sometimes they say bro. Sometimes they say bruh.
Bruh.
And by the time I picked up
With like
on,
5 H's at the
yes,
end.
by the time I picked up on this, they had done it like 9 times.
Uh-huh. I'm sure there's a supercut out there of all of it.
Oh my God.
Or they were calling him cuz.
It's lazy writing.
Yeah.
And the thing, so I have so many thoughts about this movie. I have so many thoughts.
I love it. I love this.
Okay. So in the first film, all of the action sequences were actually important to advance the plot.
Okay.
Pretty much without them, it wouldn't make sense. So in the first movie, the first action sequence is the heist. Okay. Necessary. We're setting up the foundation for the film.
Yep.
There's these heists going on.
Yep.
Okay.
And you barely see any of
Right.
it, but it establishes what's going on.
The first race is to get him in the gang.
Yep.
Okay.
Let Dom know that Brian exists.
Right. The what is it? The race wars.
Yep.
Okay. Is that necessary? That's maybe the arguable one, but it gives you the plot point with Jesse, and it leads to the climax of the film.
It also says, and remember when they go to the shrimp shack?
Yeah.
Hey, Brian calls him out saying, hey, I know you're not paying for all this stuff with just selling sandwiches.
Yeah.
I want in with whatever else that you're doing. And then he thinks about it for a while, and Dom finally says, okay, we'll see what happens at Race Wars. If you win at Race Wars, then I might bring you in.
Those were all things that advanced the plot of that film.
Yeah.
In this movie, it's just, here's some bullshit reason to have a street race. We can't even get 4 racers, even though there's clearly hundreds of people with cars, just so we can have an excuse to bring Paul Walker back. Oh, no, not Brian. It's Brian.
It's gotta be Brian, man.
And then, I will give you that they had to get the cars, like in the second racing scene.
Yep.
They tag team with the 2 douchebags
Yep.
to get their American muscle cars. American muscle! American muscle, he said.
I get tingles every time I watch this movie, and I hear the engines just fucking roar.
Okay, so there was a slight plot point because they needed cars that didn't have GPS in them, which that's 2 years, and they have GPS now.
That's the most clever thing about this movie. Mm-hmm. They do this race, they get these cars, and then you don't see them again until they do their little scramble, which was a cool scene.
Yeah.
It was totally cool.
But yeah, all the action sequences, it's like, we're going to have, we need drivers, but we're going to have a test, and it's just an excuse to have a bunch of guys drive their cars and smash them up. Like the guy losing control between the 2 semi-trucks and then getting crushed.
That man is dead.
What the fuck?
That man is dead.
That was so stupid.
Again, hey, this movie is about racing and cars and whatever.
Though. It's like
they wanted it to be.
It's like they wrote a completely different movie, and then they were like, we need a sequel for Fast and Furious. I have this piece of trash. Let's slap a name on the front of it.
Who can we get from the original cast? Just one guy?
We'll take him.
Okay, sure.
We'll take him. Because there's no reason for any of the rest of them to be there.
No.
But Brian, you can make an excuse.
Yep.
So
he's got history. They can get the FBI guy. They can try to hold something over his head to do something that involves racing.
Right. So it was all so very fast and loose with the plot that the scenes where there was action, they didn't need to be there, but they needed to be there for the movie because nobody's going to go and watch a Fast and Furious movie without action sequences. Yeah. So they had to
this is not a crime drama.
No, they had to create reasons to have action.
Yeah.
And they were terrible. They were just terrible. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. They were terrible. Oh my God. What else did I write down? I had so many notes. I have so many notes.
Full disclosure, I did not write any notes because, again, I have seen this movie a lot.
Okay.
I want to know what Betsy thinks.
Okay. The entire look of the movie.
Okay.
The first one is a little bit gritty. A little bit. It's in a dirty city. You said it many times while we were watching the other one.
Yeah.
They
live in shitty neighborhoods.
Yeah.
They live in this kind of small house.
But this one was very clearly directed by somebody else.
Yep.
Because they had a very different style. I don't know how to describe it. It was much brighter and shiny.
Yeah.
It was shiny
Miami.
is the only word I could come up with.
Baby.
Yeah, and like there were many weird framing moments where it was like the other characters were in the background, but they always were still kind of in the shot but out of focus. And they did it multiple times where they were like focused on the far away character and then they would zoom out and they would focus on the next character.
Are you talking about when they're all in the cars?
They did it more than once though.
Well, they also did that in the first movie.
Okay.
They did one time at the first race. They did that exact same thing.
I don't remember that, but okay. And then the fact that the thing I liked about the first one, practical effects.
Uh-huh.
They didn't do that as much here. They really went overboard with the computer animation.
Yeah, with the CG camera hopping between the different cars, especially at the first race.
And every time they zoomed and it gets like hyper real and we're going so fast.
Yeah. And they made the first movie have a really good sense of speed while they were driving. This was more fake.
Yeah. They were trying so hard in this movie to be cool and it pained me.
Yeah.
The first one was cool because it was an accident. This one, they were like, we're cool now.
Right.
And we're going to make a cool movie for the kids.
They're trading on the success of the first one and the cool factor of the first one and trying to cash in on that. And they just kind of tried too hard.
Yeah, I wrote down the action is pointless and stupid. It was pointless and it was stupid. What else? Oh my God. Yeah, what the hell is this plot? I wrote that down because the dialogue was terrible. When they walk into the club and he says, this is a hoasis.
This is a hoasis.
A hoasis? Tyrese, you are better than this, sir. The scene in the club with the detective and the rat in the bucket. The thing I said to you was, this is some Game of Thrones shit. If you've ever watched Game of Thrones,
they do this exact thing.
In the second season, when they're at Harrenhal, there is a man called the Rat Catcher. She doesn't know his name. Arya doesn't know his name. They just call him the Rat Catcher or something like that. The Rat Man. I don't know.
I don't remember, but I don't think he's called Rat Catcher.
They call him the Rat something.
I don't know.
No, the Tickler. They call him something stupid.
Yeah.
He has a stupid nickname. And this is what he does. He's torturing people to get information, and he puts a rat in a bucket, and then he holds a flaming torch underneath the bucket.
And he says, "Where's the Brotherhood?"
Yeah, where is the Brotherhood? And they do this over and over, and you hear that rat screaming.
It is a medieval kind of
literal
torture.
Medieval torture. Yeah. And that is what this guy decides to do to prove to us what a psycho he is. Oh my God, he's such a bad guy. Look at him.
He seems all low key and cool, but no, he's a crazy man.
But it just sort of, it comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just sort of nondescript evil. Yeah. But they don't show him doing anything of consequence. He's just sort of a menacing guy, like cutting his cigar and talking about, I've got a job for you.
Yeah. Also, in that same vein, count how many times they get somewhere, sit down, and they go somewhere else. Get there, sit down, go somewhere else. Let's take a walk. Let's go over here. Let's go over there. We just got here. Let's go over here. Yeah. They do that a lot, especially with him. Now, some subtext to this. He mentions right after they get there, I think after they go and get the cigar from the car, when they get back to the house, they get there and they leave. But he also says there are ears here, or the house is basically bugged.
Yeah.
So I think his whole thing is I'm on a razor's edge here. I am almost home free, but I got to get the money out of here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to abandon everything I have here and bring all this money with me because I know that I am almost busted, but I'm almost home free.
Right.
I think that is where he's really coming from as a character, if you really wanted to dig deep on this fucking guy.
Not really.
But I've thought about this a lot more than you.
To think about this.
This is where I'm thinking he's coming from, where he's trying to keep it all together and not expose himself to whoever might be listening to him or watching him to bust him on other shit, but he needs to have every little thing go completely correct. Otherwise, he's not going to get away with it. Right. Whatever it is that he's doing. We don't actually know.
His nondescript bad guy activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was stupid. I didn't know who he was or what the point of him was or why I should care.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was a well-rounded bad guy.
Yeah.
Everybody was very one note.
Uh-huh.
Even Ava Mendes, she's supposed to be this undercover customs agent. She's been with this guy for a year. She's literally sleeping with the enemy for the sake of this mission.
Yep.
And she just sort of she's dead-faced, like the whole movie. Mm-hmm. The most emotion you get from her is when he says, shut that guy up during the rat scene.
Yeah.
Like, she does what she's told, but she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
That is the only time you see anything, apart from when she goes to warn him on the boat. At which point, she kisses him for no fucking reason. Why does she kiss him? That's the only time. There's like a little bit of flirting before then.
Uh-huh.
But then all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, Brian, I don't want you to die. I have to tell you everything. Brian,
but in reality, she's totally set up.
It's so stupid.
She's been set up.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with you. I've had the same thought about her going there and like...
She's soaking wet? Why is she wet?
And she's got this fucking, like she looks like she just came from... the mall or something.
The pool!
Yeah.
And the mall!
Yeah.
Why is she wet? She's soaking wet.
Maybe she just swam there? It's a houseboat, for God's sakes.
She came... I don't... What? Incomprehensible dribble!
Also, how did she get out? I mean, I assume that she went out of the bathroom toward...
Well, yes, they showed it.
Through the ceiling.
Yes.
Where did she go, though?
She was on top of the boat.
They would have heard that.
Maybe she was... The scene we didn't get was her lying face down on top of the boat.
If you pan the camera up, you could probably see through the ceiling.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
I know.
Confusing.
I know. I agree with everything you are saying.
Yeah. Oh, man. What else did I write here? Just... Okay, the final big action sequence. So they work with Ludacris's character, the street race organizer. Tej. Okay. And he's like, this is the place you should do it. If you're going to do something, this is where you should do it. Uh-huh. And they have this elaborate plot to fill this massive garage with apparently every owner of a souped-up car in the state of Florida, and they're all in this garage.
In the greater Miami area.
In the greater Miami area. And once again, this is the only time they really did, like, practical effects. They actually called everybody and said, all right, we're going to do it for real. And that's, like, every freaking car imaginable.
Yep.
What I would love to know, are any of those people in the first one?
No.
Because here's the thing. There's probably not realistically quite that many people in Miami. Maybe there are. Maybe it's one guy who owns 6 of those cars and he just has friends who can drive them. But where do you dig up that many people in a single city?
Well, think about the first movie. Think about the thing that you even pointed out when we were watching the first one. When the cops were coming after the first race.
Right, they're peeling off.
You saw everybody just peel off like crazy.
There's hundreds of them.
And there's not that many in either of these movies to think that, oh my God, there can't be that many. That's reasonable.
You need enough to make
There
it look
is a
impressive.
scene, right? They're presenting that there is a racing scene in LA. There is a racing scene in Miami. These are the two scenes. I said this before. There is no drag racing in this movie or any other movie to my knowledge. Drag racing is you start here, you go a quarter mile down the road, and that's the ending point.
Yeah.
There was something similar to that when they were trying to get the two muscle cars. They had a relay race going back and forth.
Yeah.
That's the closest that they get.
Yeah.
So again, they do things differently in LA as opposed to Miami. But what they're trying to show here is that there are scenes in both of these places, and this is how they do it here.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, Miami. Buenvenido a Miami. Fun fact, Eva Mendes is in the Miami video by Will Smith. If you didn't know. If you didn't know.
Da 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 da.
What else? What other stupid stuff did I write down from this movie? When we decided it's a James Bond movie and we're going to install an ejector seat.
Ejectocito, cuz!
Like, he just gets this idea that they're going to use the NOS for that.
Yep.
How would that even work? Explain to me how you can take nitrous oxide and turn it into something that would work as an ejector seat.
I mean, I would say you would reattach the seat, because the seat in the car is on a track.
Right.
It's already on a metal track.
Usually back and forth, like forward back.
Forward back. So you change that to go horizontally. You're not going to notice that by just getting in the car.
No.
So you press the button, have the door fly off. That's the first hurdle.
Right. You have to get the door to fly off. But the door also has to open and close normally. Because he had to get in the car.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it makes sense.
Covering my face. Everything.
You have to rig the door to blow off.
Yep.
And you have to rig the NOS to project outwards the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agreed. It's an excuse to have a funny line.
All right. And I'm going to back up just a second from that.
All right.
So right before that, these are the two thugs. They've been thugs the whole damn movie.
Yep.
And then they start racing. And the guy in Paul Walker's car is like, "You're a good driver, dude.
You're a good driver, man.
You're a good driver." And then they're
Thanks,
all
bro.
getting away and they're laughing and having a good time. And then
Yeah.
it turns on a dime. It turns on a dime. And then they go right back into thug. I'm a thug. I'm a tough guy. I'm going to take an exit here. Like, it just, I don't.
Take the exit for Tarpon Point.
Yeah.
What? There's no airstrip at Tarpon Point. Who said anything about an airstrip? And then he has a little bit of a smile because he knows what the actual plot is.
Yeah. So that's
regarding setting up Eva Mendes.
And that's all the stuff that they're having fun, and then he gets all weird and he ejects him out the car.
Right. And I think, hey, you go through a situation like that where there are dozens, if not hundreds of cops everywhere, and you could be busted at any moment.
Yeah.
And you get through it, you're going to be a little jacked.
It's so
no matter whose side you're on.
Oh my god, I hated it
Again,
so much.
I'm evangelizing this movie quite a bit here. I totally get where you're coming from. I think this is a stupid fucking movie, but I am entertained every time I watch it.
See, and I was laughing because it was so stupid.
Yeah.
Would I say that qualifies as me being entertained? I am not in a rush to watch this movie again because I was confused. How can I be so entertained when I spent half the movie not understanding what the hell was going on? Yeah. At least with something like we talked about Mortal Kombat, the one from the 90s.
Yeah.
It's a piece of garbage, but most of the time I at least understood what was happening.
Sure.
Maybe it wasn't a solid thread like the a lot of times they're just kind of going along with things, and it sort of turns.
Not a lot
and
of
they go,
motivations anywhere.
No, but at least I followed it from point A to point B to point C. Yeah. This one, I had to stop the movie to ask you what the hell was going on. It's just so fast.
And I want to point out one thing. So when Brian gets busted at the beginning,
yes,
they shoot the magic claw.
Oh, the electro.
Yeah, they shoot the magic claw
gun
to his car and it fucks him up. He goes into this interrogation room, and Brian's like, "You got the wrong guy." And they say, "Yeah, we know you're Brian O'Connor. You're used to be a cop in L.A. and blah blah blah." No, you got the wrong guy. And then Billings walks in, and he knows he's fucked.
Right.
Because Billings knows who he really is.
Sure.
So
it made sense up until that point.
Exactly. So from that point on, he turns into knowing exactly what's happening, because he goes from the interrogation room to the briefing room where the customs agent just starts talking about Carter Verone and blah blah blah, and this is what you're gonna do and blah blah blah, and like what how did we get from interrogating him about this to, hey, he's a cop again?
Right.
Because you don't know what they're trying to do here. Maybe tell me what the hell's going on.
Right. And he's just, like I said, he's a nondescript bad guy. He has no real defining features that make him memorable.
Hey, we're going to sit you down and we're going to try to explain who this guy is and why you want to take him down.
All right. So, example, I'm going to jump back to the end of the movie. So, he says he only told one person about the jet.
The airstrip.
And that was Eva Mendes's character.
Yep.
Monica! Of course her name is
Monica.
So... So he only told her that. That is a moment, if he was truly a bad guy, in any other movie, he would have probably killed her on the spot. Or at least hit her. Now, I'm not encouraging that sort of thing in this movie, but if he had at least, like, slapped her or backhanded her, I would have maybe believed he was a bad guy more. Instead, he's like, get her on the boat, and that's it.
Right.
He knows exactly who he was betrayed by, and he just says, get her on the boat.
He now knows that she is a trained U.S. Customs police person, let's say. You got one guy on her who looks like some fucking schlub.
A douchebag.
Yeah.
He's some nondescript douchebag.
Yeah. So like
a goon.
He grabs her to try to bring her to the boat, and she's like brushing him off and like fighting him back. They get on the boat, and she's just pouting on the boat. Her cover is blown, and she's not trying to come up with a plan. She is not trying to fight her way out. She just goes on the boat and sulks. Well, and she also knows that she's fucked. Unless she thinks of something.
Right.
So, now what I think he's trying to do here, he's trying to cover, again, going back to what I said before, he's trying to cover all of his bases. He's almost home free. He's on the boat. We got to take care of a couple of loose ends. Go kill Brian. Go find the other guy with the money.
He's going to leave the country with his money, get rid of this woman.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, and she's just a woman. Take her downstairs and watch her. I'll be down in a minute to take care of you. However that's going to manifest, who the hell knows?
Is it like a Dexter situation where he just dumps her in the Florida Keys?
Well, that's probably what I think is going to happen. Is they're going to get out to the water.
And he's going to take care of it.
He's going to kill her and dump the body. Again, he's got a very short window. In order to do all this stuff, and he's got to act fast.
Right, but of course she's able to escape at the
somehow,
something possibly to do with when they launch the muscle car onto the yacht.
Yeah,
as one does.
And I appreciate I appreciate the fact that they call it out. Tyrese says, "This is some Dukes of Hazzard shit, man."
It just, why? Like, we're just gonna end this movie the only way we know how. We're gonna wreck a car.
Yeah.
A classic car.
Yep, that's what they did in the first one too.
Is it the same car?
Oh, I don't know.
I would have to go and look because I don't know enough about cars.
I'm sure it's not the same car.
Well, not like exactly the same, but like the same style or the same company.
I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody who's listening who understands cars, please tell me, in the first movie, the black car at the end, what kind of vehicle was that?
I know what that one is.
And in Too Fast, Too Furious, the blue car that smashes a multi-million-dollar yacht.
Yeah.
What kind of car is that?
Yeah.
Because I don't know enough about cars. They go zoom, zoom. I don't know.
Oh, this is why I do this podcast with my wife.
Is this why?
What else you got, Betsy?
So, I mean, I don't know. This movie. So I want to give a little credit where it's due. Ava Mendes is better than this.
Yeah.
Absolutely is. Like you talked about Training Day.
Yeah.
She's really good in it. She's a very small role, but she's very good in it. The one that you haven't watched that I really would like you to see because you will be surprised as hell. She is in The Other Guys.
Yeah.
She plays Will Ferrell's wife, which is, of course, a joke in the movie. How? How is she Will Ferrell's wife? She's hilarious. She is so very funny in that movie.
We will watch that very soon.
So, yeah, I know she can do more. She has more. This gave her nothing to work with. She was just dead-faced the whole time.
Yeah.
She was just there to look pretty.
Pretty much.
Genuinely.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which, hey, very pretty.
And then, the one person we didn't talk about being in this movie was Devon Aoki. Who most people probably only know from Sin City.
Yeah.
Which, again, came out about the same time as this. I think it came out a year later. I think that came out in 2004.
Yeah, she's bad.
She's terrible in this.
She is awful.
Again, she is not given anything of consequence to do. Oh, Brian. It's Brian. Yeah. Oh, that was it. That was the thing. In the first scene where she shows up and she's in the race.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
She is in last place. And she's trying to get around the man who's in front of her. We'll call him, idiot.
The orange guy.
The
orange guy.
Orange stereotype Hispanic douchebag number one. And she says, "Move, bitch." Which, if you have ever heard any songs in the catalog of one Chris Ludacris Bridges, he is probably most well known for a song called "Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way."
Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
And the fact that they took the time to have someone in this movie yell the words, "Move, bitch," hurts me on a level I can't explain.
But Betsy, there's more, because in that same race...
Yeah, Trent?
We haven't even talked about the finale of the first race.
Oh, God, the bridge.
Where the bridge gets raised, and they have to launch their vehicles off of the edge of that bridge onto the pavement below. And Brian, being an expert in physics...
Yes.
Is able to launch his vehicle in midair over the top of the other guy.
Correct.
Who is in front of him, but somehow he ends up in front of the other guy.
Yes, he passes him.
In
midair.
In the air, which is a physical impossibility.
Maybe he was going faster in the air, Trent. Also, why would you ask the racers to do that? You know how much money, we've said it before, $80,000 car.
Yeah.
$80,000 cars these things are. And they will 100% ruin their car by dropping it 40 feet.
Brian didn't ruin his car.
Because movie logic. Everybody else trashed their car except the guy who was like, "Oh, no.
No, fuck that.
No.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to lose anyway. I'm not going to trash my car." Except for Devon Aoki, who also is going to lose. But she, in midair, screams, "Smack that ass!" fucking reason does she say this except, hey, it's exhilarating.
Yeah.
You are going to completely fuck up your car. And she does.
I'm pretty sure this movie was written by... This might be fan fiction. Is this fan fiction? Did they go out of their way to find some 17-year-old boy who was really into the Fast and the Furious, and they said, hey, he put it on his blog. This is some good fan fiction. We're going to make this into a movie.
Who really he only liked Brian as
Which
a
is why he just says, bruh, bruh, bruh.
Bruh.
And all the, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
We hungry.
Oh, and then at
Pockets
the end...
because...
And then at the end, they've stolen a bunch of the money and shoved it in their pants, and they laugh off into the sunset. Scot-free.
Yep.
Heroes in their own eyes.
While Pump It Up plays. Man... I know that this is a stupid movie, but I think
this is an incredibly stupid movie.
You are enforcing that in me by...
I will beat the stupid movie out of you
yes.
with all of my logic.
Hey, I'm not trying to defend
kind of sounds
any
like
part
you
of
are.
this, any part of this, but I am going to go to my grave saying I like this movie despite itself.
You know,
I like bad movies sometimes, and I am allowed to like bad movies.
You know, here's the thing. I think there is a movie that everybody knows is bad. Everybody has that personal movie. They know in their heart that is terrible.
We've talked about Hard Rain on this podcast.
Right.
I love that
and there
stupid
is no
movie.
amount of convincing because you can't help but like it. You can't help it.
Yeah.
You
can't help what you like.
No. It's like, I can't explain it. I don't know why. I know it's terrible. It's not something I will recommend other people watch. This is a movie for me.
Yeah.
And in this case, this is a movie for you. I do not need to watch this again. And genuinely, I said it right at the beginning when we came back. I have to imagine I saw this. I swear I've seen this movie. I don't remember this movie at all. And so now I'm like, wait, did I see this movie?
I don't know.
It was quite a few years ago, and it was the summer that I would have been going to college. Yep. You know, graduating high school and going to college.
After we graduated.
So there is a remote possibility that I actually didn't see that, and this whole time I've been thinking I have, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of movies that came out at that era where I was getting ready for school and I kind of stopped paying attention to stuff.
Yeah.
All my friends that summer went and saw Pirates of the Caribbean and I didn't know what the hell they were talking about when I went to college.
Whereas when I saw this movie when I was in college as well, and my roommate at the time was in the process of putting neon lights under his truck.
Was he driving a wonderful, glorious example of machinery?
No. No.
What was he driving, Trent?
I don't actually remember. He had some stupid pickup truck that...
It was like a Chevy or something?
It was some piece of shit. I don't remember what kind.
1996 Chevy something, like a Dodge Ram with sweet lights.
Something that a kid from the middle of nowhere, South Dakota would have on the farm.
But then put some lights on it because why the hell not?
Because he was into movies like this.
Because he's big pimpin'. P-I-M-P.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I got to say about this movie. I know we had to watch it for the sake of this whole thing, and I know that they're gonna go
be
downward.
Different. They're gonna be different.
Yes, they're gonna go on a downward trajectory for a while before they come back up. And I know you've already said which one of these is your favorite.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna keep doing these one at a time until I get to something better.
They will come. They will come. I guarantee it.
I'm frankly looking forward to how they got from this to summer blockbuster of the year every time they put one out.
Yeah. Me too. Me too, because, again, I've only seen, I think, Fast 5 maybe twice at most. I've seen 4, I think, once. I've seen 3, 4, 5, 6 times maybe.
Right. Well, we've now exited any knowledge I have of these movies. Moving forward, I'm in the dark completely.
All right.
Like, I don't even know anybody who watches these, so I'm not even going to have a, what do you know about this? It's a movie, and there's people in it.
Cars.
Cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we did get a couple of viewer messages. Betsy, you want to go ahead with yours?
I sure do. So we got a note from Mitch from Saskatoon.
Ooh.
Mitch says, listen to the podcast. Very entertaining. A few points. It sounds like he was watching the Inside Out podcast.
Yes.
Excuse me. I should probably set that up. A few points. Rage crying does need to be a thing. If there's a sequel, it needs to be included. Who could play that emotion?
I don't know.
So angry you want to cry.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Mitch, I will think on that question and get back to you. Off the top of my head, no name comes to mind. That is a very nuanced type of emotion.
I mean, only because we've seen her show, but like Rachel Bloom comes to mind. And she's done like animated things before.
She has.
Melissa McCarthy, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't really think of too many other people.
All right. Well, we'll think about that.
Yeah.
Inside Out is a bad title now that I think of it, and I've seen it several times. Thank you for agreeing with us. Which movies that you have seen also have a bad title? I mean, we kind of touched on it. Anytime they put a number in a movie instead of just, a letter. Like, okay.
Oh, I know one. Lucky Number 11.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's a stupid title.
Yeah. I've not seen the movie, but I know that it's a terrible name.
I have.
I know you have.
I have seen that movie. I've seen it once.
Romeo Must Die.
Yeah.
A lot of the movies from this era, the early 2000s, had bad titles.
Yeah, I bet if we really dug into that, there would be a lot of terrible early 2000s movies that we could categorize with that. Finally, he said, lastly, Tarantino, overrated or just its own thing? I think that's a matter of personal opinion. Yeah. I personally quite like Tarantino. I haven't seen all of his movies, but the ones I have seen, I have enjoyed. Do I think Tarantino is a man who thinks very highly of himself? Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Go watch his most recent one, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. That is a movie that is a parody of itself. It is a parody of Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
It's not even a question, and I think if you asked him about it, he would probably admit to it.
Right. And I think there's a lot of people who really, really liked that one. I don't like that one so much. Like, it didn't dislike it.
And I've watched it more times than you.
Yeah.
And the more I've seen it, the better I like it.
Okay. That's good to know. But out the gate, I was like, he's done this before, and he's done it better.
The movies I haven't seen of his, Jackie Brown, Hateful Eight.
Yep.
I think that's it. He's produced some other stuff that I haven't seen.
Written/produced.
Yeah. Planet Terror and the Robert Rodriguez one.
It was Death Proof?
Death Proof.
Yeah. So there's that, and then he did Death Proof, I think. Because that's the Kurt Russell one, isn't it?
Sure. I don't know. I haven't seen either of them, so I don't know.
Planet Terror. I don't know what they're all called.
Yeah, I know. And it was him and Robert Rodriguez doing the double feature.
Yep. And then all his early ones you like.
Yeah.
Kill Bill.
I love Reservoir Dogs. Pulp Fiction is probably up there as one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yep.
It wasn't until I knew Betsy that she introduced me to Inglourious Basterds, which I think he knows, and I agree with him, that is his masterpiece.
Yeah.
That is 100% his best movie.
It is, yeah. hands down, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But guess what? That's why it's an opinion.
Yeah.
And you can like Tarantino or you can despise the man.
Yeah.
I would be fascinated to have a conversation with that man.
Yeah.
Because I don't...
Just to talk to him about
Just to
movies.
talk
Not
to
about
him
his
about
own
movies.
shit. I don't want
No.
to talk to him about his own stuff. No way.
He
I want
could
to talk to him
recommend-
about movies.
He could recommend 10,000 movies that you've never heard of. Because that's his style. And Mitch ends with, love the podcast. Nicely done.
All right. Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch. We also got an email. Who could the email be from, Trent?
Well, I don't know, Betsy. It could be from the only person who has ever emailed us.
We should
Hopefully-
we should just get her a private line at this
That
point.
will end very soon. Come on, guys. I know you know what our email address is. I only missed saying it once.
I'm getting your text messages, guys. I know you're out there.
Yes. Please. Hey, this is a series that you all should know a lot about.
Someone out there has seen The Fast and the Furious, or Too Fast, Too Furious,
Or maybe all 10 of them.
or maybe Three Fast,
9.
Three Furious, or whatever the next one is called.
But yes, we did get an email from our superfan, Stephanie, with the subject line, Pixar. Going back to Inside Out, one of the last movies we saw. She says, Inside Out is one of my favorites. We watch a lot of Pixar. Evie, who I'm going to assume is their daughter, prefers Monsters, Inc., Monsters University, Cars, and Finding Dory. You guys should check out Onward too. I like all those movies. We haven't seen Onward. I don't know. I didn't really... Seeing the previews for that thing, I wasn't very interested in it. I don't really know too much more than what was in the trailer, but I don't know. It just seems like a buddy comedy that has a couple of actors that I like, but I don't really like in that role. I don't know.
That one, I think it falls under a couple of things. One, that was the big one that was supposed to be the big movie of last year.
Sure.
And the pandemic kind of pulled the plug on that, and it became like just shove it on Disney Plus.
That and Mulan.
Right. And those were supposed to be their big tentpole franchise movies or whatever last year, and they didn't get to do that. So I think they kind of ended up
put it out to
coming...
pasture a little bit.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of a whimper when they got released. However, once again, the reason that we primarily said we didn't see Inside Out until just very recently, we don't have kids. We don't go out of our way to watch family movies like this. But
not that we hate them. We have like when we spend our time watching movies, it's going to be for movies that we know that we're going to like and get something out of.
But that's the thing. Did you like and get something out of Inside Out?
Sure I did.
Then you probably would like and get something out of Onward.
Probably. Again, Pixar has a very good track record. I discount them at my peril. But to talk about the rest of them that she mentioned, I love Monsters, Inc. We watched Monsters, Inc. not very long ago, at least the first part of it. It still holds up.
Yeah.
It looks damn good.
That movie came out 21 years ago.
21 years ago. It still looks great.
Yep.
Which just goes to show you how advanced Pixar's technology is.
They put a lot of work into getting ahead of the pack. They made Toy Story in 1995.
That's
about
when it
that.
came out. So they
Yeah.
were using technology that was probably put out in 92, 93.
30 years ago, they were working on 30.
Yeah.
They were working on Toy Story. When you and I were like barely getting into school, we were in kindergarten when
Those
they
guys
started working
were
on
revolutionizing
Toy Story.
CG.
Yeah.
It's insane. She goes on. I also probably watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit way too young.
Fact.
But oh well.
Didn't we all?
Oh, man.
Didn't we all?
My family didn't really censor much growing up. We did everything together, so if my parents wanted to watch something, we would usually watch it with them.
There you go.
Which, hey, same thing with me. I didn't watch a lot of movies when I was a kid, and when there happened to be something on the TV, if we rented something from a video rental store, say it with me, guys, video rental store.
It was a physical location where one had to leave their home and go to that location.
Give them money, they will give you a tape. A tape.
A physical copy.
that had to be rewound if it wasn't already rewound.
Yep.
You put it in your VCR.
Yeah.
You hit play, and you had to put the TV on the right channel.
That's right. That's right, you did.
The TV on
you
the right
can't just
channel.
plug in and go, Trent.
You press play, and it would go and play, and it would be horrible quality.
Fact. And sometimes it would eat them.
I never had a tape ruined.
Never?
Never.
Oh, we did.
Hey, I never watched movies like you did. I didn't sit down
over and over and over
and over and over again. And I didn't have 5 other siblings to fight with over what movie we were going to watch that day. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm sure you guys just probably played the same movie twice in a row.
Oh, we absolutely did.
Yeah.
Like, I would come downstairs in the summer and my little brother would be watching Aladdin. And I'd be like, well, I wanted to watch Aladdin. So then the second he was done, I would watch Aladdin.
Yeah.
And then later in the day, maybe I'd watch it again.
Yeah. See, I didn't have any of that. But for the tapes that we had, most of them were family friendly enough. Mm-hmm. They were like PG-13. But then and speaking of PG-13, then we got Titanic.
Yep. I find it interesting that your parents have seen Titanic because it's not really their cup of tea.
It's not, but you know what? That movie was big enough that it permeated their
everyone had to see it.
Their consciousness.
Yep.
But yeah, everybody had to see it. We wouldn't have gone to the theater for something like that. But in 1997, or whenever we got the tape, a dual tape. It had to come on 2 different tapes.
Yes, it
because
did.
It was such a long movie.
Yes, I've brought her up before. My friend Maddie and I have a special love of Titanic, and we could both, if you quizzed her, I bet she could tell you exactly the moment in the movie where you had to switch the tapes. Because I can. So Maddie, if you're listening, a challenge to you: email us or tweet at us. Tell us, where's the break in the Titanic VHS?
But that being said, there's a couple of moments in that movie where it's some sexy times.
Sexy times.
Sexy times, and there's a boob.
One boob?
There's a boob.
There's one boob? Just one? There's 2.
2?
There's 2 boobs.
I wasn't paying that close attention because when I was watching it, when I was watching, I kind of knew it was coming.
Because everyone knew.
Everybody knew it was going to happen because I was a teenage boy.
Yep.
And when it was coming and I was watching with my parents, I strategically left the room.
Yep.
I went to the kitchen to go get a drink, and by the time I came back, oh, the boob was gone. Great. I'll watch that later.
Yeah, I believe I saw Titanic. I definitely saw it twice. I may have seen it 3 times in the theater.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, and again, it was that thing where it just played forever.
Yeah. That I do remember.
It ran in the theater.
Yep.
Everywhere you went.
Because people kept going.
Yeah.
People kept going.
It played at my movie theater in my little small town for like 6 months. It was the only movie they had.
That's insane.
Maybe it wasn't that long. Somebody who's older than me, who has a stronger memory of this time frame, was it like 3 months, 6 months? I know it was an obscenely long time because I saw it in April and it was still playing in like June. Yeah, That's what I remember. But we've seen Titanic. We won't be covering that on this podcast.
No, I've seen that movie probably 5 or 6 times. So.
I've seen it more than that.
Yeah.
But it's been a while. We watched it together. We've seen it together since we've been together, so.
We both have an appreciation for Mr. Billy Zane.
He's a cool dude. Listen to your friend Billy Zane. He's a cool dude.
I have a child.
I have a child.
I have a child.
I have a child. Please. She's all I have. All I have in the world.
I have a child.
Oh, Billy Zane. Billy Zane.
Oh, you guys are gonna hear a lot of our silliness through this. Our inside jokes.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Hey, you guys sign up.
Like and subscribe,
Is this a good time where I mentioned the fact that you guys can actually support us financially?
If you're really into it.
Our our podcast is hosted on Anchor, if you hadn't already noticed. In the link, in the description, there is a link. If you wish, if you're crazy enough, you wanted to actually throw us money for this fool's errand, be my guest. Be my guest. There's a link in the thing that takes you to the support page.
We don't need it, but good on you. We appreciate you if you want to.
Hey, guys, we're doing this for fun. If you like it, throw us a couple of bucks. I don't care.
But in the meantime, reach out to us. Tweet us. Email us. Trent, tell them how they can do that.
I will do that. The email address is neverseenitpod@gmail.com, or you can follow us and tweet at us on the Twitter machine at neverseenit_pod.
There you go.
But yeah, next time you hear us, we'll be going to Japan.
Oh, we're jumping overseas.
Yeah.
We're going to watch our next film in this series, in this glorious, glorious experience that will be Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And until next time, this has been Never Seen It.
I'm Betsy.
And I'm Trent. We'll see you next time.
Bye.